You have to have coffee in the morning. How can you not? I mean, come on, guys. It's like mandatory. I can't start my day without a cup of coffee. More specifically, a very nice latte, because that's pretty much what I drink. Give it a try. You not regret. Anyway, YouTube, welcome back to yet another video. How are you guys doing? I want to talk to you guys today about the new DaVince Resolve update, which is not necessarily about the update that I want to talk about, but the fact that a lot of people keep talking about that it's a Lightroom killer. Is it though? Because I am not entirely sure. I am definitely not convinced, and I want to know what you guys think. I mean, I've been using DaVince Resolve for a long time for editing my videos. I love it. It's one of the best video editors you can get out there. And yes, it is free, and you have a shit ton of very incredible and powerful features on the free version, which is mind blowing. And yes, I do have the studio version because, well, I work with it and I need some of the features on the studio version, but on the free version, you get so much stuff. While yes, Adobe and the one from Apple that I forgot the name, you gotta pay for it. And by the way, guys, if you haven't noticed, I do have a new setup. It's not necessarily new, it's the same office, but I just switched sides and I got a new table, which is also not new. It was just an existing table that we had because we replaced our dinner table, which was this one. I decided to put in here so I can have a little bit of a different angle to shoot my videos from, and just to not get bored from the same angle that I shoot all the time. And I also can use my window over there, which has natural light, which is nice because then again I don't need to, close my office and be completely dark. Oh, it's cool, I love it, but I also like to just set up like this quicker. I can make videos from this angle, which I think it's pretty cool. Let me know in the comments if you like it. I'm pretty happy. I mean, I love this table. I also didn't want to get rid of it until I have my office. It's gonna be here because it's nice. I like the wood, and I'm also using this space to sort of shoot products and top-down shots and things that I need a little bit more space because my desk is just cramped all the time, and it's where you work. I don't know, it doesn't really work for me. I don't know if it works for you guys, but normally it just doesn't work for me. I need to have a dedicated space for certain things. Look, I've been using Lightroom to edit my photos for a very, very, very long time, and I grew used to it, and all my workflow, all my ecosystem revolves around editing my photos into Lightroom. And it's not just my photos, but also my YouTube thumbnails, where I edit in Lightroom, and then most of the time I put them in Photoshop and I can create the thumbnails that I want to create. The thing is that it works perfectly for me. I love that sort of workflow that I can just use Lightroom and Photoshop at the same time. It's super seamlessly. It's really, really easy. DaVince Resolve is a great tool for editing videos. Now with the photo tab, then you can edit all your photos too, which is very nice. The issue I see here is that if you don't know DaVince Resolve, and if you're new to DaVince Resolve, it's gonna be very difficult. And even if you already know DaVince Resolve like I do, it was also not a very smooth process to edit the photos. When you go into DaVince Resolve, for example, when you start putting your photos in there, you can still keep an organization style, which is great, and you definitely have to have one because it will help you a ton in different projects that you're working on. But that's not the main issue that I have with DaVinci. The issue that I have with DaVinci is mostly that there isn't a structure for you to edit your photos, meaning that you will need to know exactly what you need to do in each photo to then add on the nodes to edit that specific thing that you want to edit your photos. So for example, if you wanted to do the highlights and the shadows and the contrast, you will have to create separate notes for each one. You don't have to create separate notes. I just think that as then you cannot go back to see what you've done, it's always better to create different notes. But that is a topic for another time. If you guys want to know what could be a workflow on DaVinci, let me know in the comments. I am editing some photos in DaVinci to see if I can get used to, but so far, not really. Lightroom is still the best option out there for editing photos for many, many, many reasons. Once you are in DaVince Resolve editing your photos, yes, you can use all the video tools and you can use all the color grading tools that DaVinci is very well known for. But the issue, as I mentioned before, is that there is nothing specific there telling you, okay, now let's edit the basics that you have in Lightroom. Now let's add some dehaze or contrast. Now let's mess up with the curves. You will have to do that manually for every single part of the image that you wanted to edit. So if you wanted to edit specific things, you will have to then select them. You will have them to create notes separately. So I don't really see DaVinci Resolve being that efficient to edit photos and not really as streamlined as Lightroom is. And if you're new to photography, if you're learning how to edit, you don't need to spend some money because DaVinci is free. You can learn how to edit photos in DaVinci. That is not an issue. But if you're learning photography, if you're learning how to edit your photos, Lightroom is a great place to start, to mess around with the colors, with the contrast, with the curves, to understand what happens to your image once you change certain things. Otherwise, you can mess up your photo too much and you don't know how to recover. So the learning curve when you go from not knowing much in photography to then starting to edit your photos in Lightroom is a lot smoother. It's a lot easier. It's a lot better. If you have built your entire workflow around Lightroom, it's very difficult to change your workflow to DaVinci Resolve. Maybe if you already know what are the things that you have to select in DaVinci Resolve, that might be or make your life easier. But I still visually prefer how Lightroom is and how intuitive Lightroom is with the tools that you can use to edit your photos. So one of my advice for you is that if you are starting out in photography, maybe try both, see what you think. But I'm pretty sure that you will be more comfortable in Lightroom because of how it is structured. Lightroom is a great app. I know we moan about sometimes of things that we wish we could have and things that could be different, but you know, we do that with everything. But Lightroom is a great tool. I've been using it for years and I absolutely love it. So yes, I believe that DaVinci Resolve will have the potential to become one very nice editing software for photography. At this point, I don't see it, but it has the capabilities. It has the advantages, it has everything to be a great tool, especially if they continue doing it for free. But for the moment, I don't think it's there. I don't think it's something that is as intuitive as Lightroom. I don't think it will help you on your journey of editing photos. I'm not sure. I'm not really convinced about DaVinci Resolve for editing photos. I'm not really there. I don't think it's there. The way I see though is maybe DaVinci Resolve is for those who wants to edit the video and the photos with a similar color grading. You have, can use the same LUTs and presets, so then you can keep a consistent color grading throughout your video and photos. I think if you are maybe editing a video and the video is about photos, you can have that organized on the same folder structure, which is pretty cool. And you can also do the edits of the photos in DaVinci, so you don't need to go out of Lightroom. So for example, sometimes I'm making videos and I wanted to showcase some photos because I'm making video about photography. Most of the time, what I've done is I either edit already my photos in Lightroom, I have them exported, I have them ready to put them on the video in DaVinci. But sometimes I'm making a video and I'm taking the photos as I go, and I have to then still edit those photos in Lightroom. So maybe this is a scenario where you can still edit your videos, but you still have all the photos that you took and you keep it on the same project and you can go through them, edit them and use them as you like on your video project. This is a scenario that I could see DaVinci being a very good photography tool. Other than that, I still think Lightroom is a lot better for many other reasons. Something that I also think about it is that I'm not sure if I wanted to have a video editor and a photo editor at the same place. I don't know, it just messed up with my head, I think. Yes, I edit all my videos there. I'm not sure if I want to edit all my photos there too. I do prefer have separate things, separate softwares to edit photos and videos. That is what has been working for me. Maybe I can get used to something new, but I do enjoy having separate things for each one of them. Look, at the end of the day, those are tools to help you out on your work. So you should be the one deciding which one is best for you. What works best on your workflow, what works best on your budget, and everything else. For beginners, I would strongly recommend Lightroom over DaVinci. It's a lot more simplified. You don't really need to learn a whole new system because also Lightroom has been there for a while. Although I love DaVinci, don't get me wrong, DaVinci is an amazing tool. But if you're starting out, I believe Lightroom is the best choice, especially because of how easy it is, how intuitive it is, and how you can also have them over multiple devices. You can also have DaVinci Resolve in many places, but Lightroom I have on my phone, I have on my iPad, I have on my MacBook, I have have on my Mac Studio. I have them everywhere because then I can, if I want, edit my photos across all my devices. And with DaVinci, at least for the moment, you will need a separate license for iPad. So you can use it on your main computer and you can also use an iPad, but you do need a different license and there are different softwares. I'm not actually entirely sure if the Photo Tab is already available on iPad. Maybe I should check that out and test it out as well. So to conclude this whole Lightroom versus DaVinci thing, I still think DaVinci is not there yet on the photo category. Lightroom is still for me my favorite software for editing photos. Again, it just works perfectly on my whole workflow, works perfectly for what I do, works perfectly for what I need. No, I will not be switching to DaVinci Resolve. Even though I already have DaVinci Resolve, I will not be taking all my workflow to edit in DaVinci. At least not for now. I love the capabilities of Lightroom. I love that I have all my presets there. I love that I have everything that I actually need there. So if you are on the fence, if you have not been using Lightroom for a long time, maybe you should check it out, DaVinci, and see how you feel about it. See how you learn, see how you can use it for your own photos and for your own needs, because at the end of the day, we all have different needs. We all do different things, take different photos, and need different softwares for different purposes. Besides of which one is the best, I think it's great for both anyway. With DaVinci now getting into the photo industry, it will push Lightroom to become better, which is great for all of us, and we all have to win. So let me know what you think, if you will be switching from Lightroom to DaVinci, or if you have not even started in Lightroom yet and you go straight to DaVinci, or if you're gonna continue with our beloved Lightroom for the time being. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. It's a pleasure for me to hang out with you guys. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.